there is a serious issue where Minister Navin Disanayak has raised a question why certain chemical which is necessary according to him cannot be imported and distributed. And he said he is going ahead with that, breaking any obstacle. But then Ratana Sadhu, who is in charge of creating a society without poison and various other unwanted matter, he replied that the struggle for environmental better society we are fighting, and certain chemicals have been banned because the effect on the humans and the soil, no way they can change it. So therefore there have been this clash between the environmentalists and people, minister who wanted to use a certain kind of chemical which is believes essential. But what we have to say is that the chemical companies who are putting chemicals into agriculture various ways are very powerful, and they can influence people and they want to get their own. So that Navin's information shows that these powerful people are working and trying to use the minister to take steps to reduce what they consider essential items. So this clash, I believe, will be resolved after the President returns and then have a discussion. We hope that environmentalists and people who come out with the limitation of chemicals will be able to achieve their aim and go forward defending the changes for agriculture. Then secondly, there is this question of doctors, medical doctors demanding that their children should be admitted to good schools, particularly Colombo schools, schools which are reputed. And they say, being state officials who are transferable, they should be given schools, better schools, and that they should be educated. But this demand is contradictory, because if it is a question of getting a good school, there are a number of good schools throughout the country, not necessarily in Colombo. So they can be given good schools wherever they are, and when they get transferred, there can be arrangement transfer from there to another school, something else. Now, in the history of Sri Lanka, there are people who are government workers who have been working in transferable jobs, face this question, and they have been passing one place to the other, and their children have to be boarded in schools and so on. So that is not a new problem in that sense, but doctors are demanding that they will be given the privilege of enjoying sending children to good schools. But then it will contradict totally, because that can spread to other professions as well. Engineering professions, agriculture and so on, they also will demand that ours are also transferable, or they are educated, therefore they should be given proper status, and they will be also kept, their children will be kept in good schools. By that, now this kind of arrangement will lead to some kind of feudal setup, because then children of professional parents are entitled to all the good schools, and the good schools, whatever the popular schools, will be crowded with their children, and other children will have no place, and they will have to go to various rural schools. But here in Sri Lanka, there is continuously there was this system of scholarship exam at level of 5, and then allowing the child's performance to select a school, and that has been operating. Now that will be affected if you allow professionals, children of professionals, without any estimation of the performance of the child. Allocating schools will contradict with the system proposed by the scholarship exam. So therefore, some big contradiction can arise, and we will, the system collapses, the entire thing will go into a new feudalism, where high caste government servants will dominate, and they will see that their children will be educated and get to the positions in the society. This cannot be allowed, at least even from the point of a bourgeois democracy. This is a completely wrong demand, and I don't think government can agree to that. Then the other problem is why the local government elections are not being held. Now, the opposition, the so-called joint opposition, wanted to show that the government is postponing this election. Certainly it is incorrect, because the elections cannot be held, because according to the new election law, we are abandoning the election system and going into electoral system, and therefore it is necessary to rearrange the entire picture, and the Survey General Department been given orders to reorient and re-establish the various Pradeshi Sabhas and town councils, and that should be done by going through the surveys. Then that is going on now, and until that work is done by the Survey General Department, the election commissioner cannot intervene and force local government election. That is why it is getting delayed. And however much it is explained to the people, the opposition trying to, this is the so-called opposition trying to mislead the people. Then there is another problem faced by the election commission, is that because of the case that is going on about a certain election for local government, and because the court were unable to give a decision, and it is continuing, that that's put a barrier to the commissioner for registration of our parties. So he is unable to register any new party until the problem with the particular legal problem is resolved. So these are the problems faced by election commission, and he has explained that, but the so-called opposition is misleading people and trying to show that the government is scared, and that is why they are not going for election.